I'm live. Hello. Ah. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to my live stream. My name is Alicia Lott, and this live stream is for initially, it's going to be for my email subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to my newsletter, the address is Alicia Lott at, excuse me, Alicia Lott.podia podia.com, and I will also leave a link in the description box. So if you are seeing this, you're not a subscriber, you're seeing it 2 weeks after I have post made it. So, and I just want to welcome all of you to this live stream. This is my first one on YouTube, not doing my journaling sessions on Zoom anymore because it's less confusing to keep everything on one platform to simplify. And also on Zoom, if you have a free account, there is a time limit as to how long your meetings can go. So it's 40 minutes, and my journaling sessions are usually 30 minutes, but I get nervous. So I said, you know what, let me just go to YouTube. I can talk as long as I want. Anyway, so we're here. It is Wednesday. Although I am probably presenting myself to be very chipper and energetic right now, I am tired as fuck. I had a journaling workshop over the weekend. I'm still recovering from that. My brain feels like it's in a blender, and I have not been sleeping well. Just being in an environment that is different. I'm house sitting, and some that has its drawbacks sometimes. Sometimes the firmness of the beds that you're sleeping on are not the best for you, and then just being around in a different place. So sometimes that can affect sleep and affect how you move in the world. Yeah, so I'm starting to feel it midweek now, and I'm sure you are feeling it as well. And I just wanted to kind of give us this space to be able to write it out, get all our feelings out about that, get out some of maybe the guilt that you might feel when you are feeling not at your 100% energy level, and you just want to go back to you want to go back to bed, and you know that maybe your output is not where it normally is because you're tired. And I don't subscribe to that whole notion of like, oh, you have to do everything even though you're tired. You have to get up at 3 in the morning, and you have to be able to work out and do all these things in the morning, and then go to your actual full-time job, and then come home and cook this healthy meal, and then go to bed at like 7:30 at night or whatever, and start it all over again. That's not me, but I'm also a realist, and I know that yes, sometimes you do have to wake up and drag yourself out of bed and do what you have to do, even if you feel like death and you just want to sleep all day. So there has to be a balance there, you know. Today I am dragging. I almost put the house on. I almost set the house on fire. Not really, but when you make coffee every morning with an electric coffee maker, there's a nice feature of just pushing the button and setting it and forgetting it, and that's cool. And then your ADHD self can just walk around and then come back to the cup. Oh yeah, I had coffee. You go back, you get your coffee, right? I ran out of coffee today, and so I decided I was going to make some tea. We don't have a tea kettle here, so I just heated up some water on the stove, walked away as I usually do, sat down at my computer, started writing, and then and then probably 20 minutes later, I realized, oh crap, the tea. And so I went back to the kitchen. Water had completely evaporated, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I was at the point of calling the fire department. So don't do that. Um, I just want to remind us that we need time and space and energy to collect our thoughts and be present and have rest. Okay, I'm gonna just be quiet now. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to present you with some journaling prompts, and we are going to just have a few moments of just kind of energy flowing and journaling together. So if you have attended any of my Zoom sessions, you will know that there's usually music, and there's usually split screen and you might see like a timer or something. Today I don't have that. I'm broadcasting directly through YouTube, so bear with me. I do have a timer for our journaling prompts, and I will let you know when the time has expired. But let's get into our first journaling prompt. All right, I will paste it here in the chat. And the nice thing about broadcasting directly through YouTube is that when I use software, there's a delay. You don't need to know all this. There's a delay sometimes. So if you say hi to me, I don't see it until 20 seconds later. So our first journaling prompt is going to be, if your energy is at 40%, how can you protect that 40% instead of burning it out? Hmm, hmm. What do you think you need to do to protect your energy and protect your sanity as we wrap up the end of the week? So I'll read that for you again. If your energy is at 40%, how can you protect that 40% instead of burning it out? All right, I'll go ahead and pin that. And I am going to give us 5 minutes. I have my little desk timer here. I don't know if you've ever seen these. I have them. I will leave a link for Amazon if you would like to purchase one as well. But it's really cool because there's no countdown to look at and distract you. So I will put 5 minutes for us, and when you hear that beep, that's the end of our time. chat snuck up on me, so that is our time for that journaling prompt. Yes. How did that feel? What do you think would be a good way to protect that remaining 40% of your energy? It's like having one of those strength bars, like when you play video games, which I really don't anymore, but yes, and you see the strength depleting. How can you protect that energy? What do you need to do? Who do you need to fight in order to protect that energy? One thing I wrote was that I want to just be a little, sometimes I tend to be um, maybe a little defensive when I'm just a sensitive person. You know, I get sensitive. And sometimes I say things that, or I interpret things the wrong way, or I interpret things uh, in a negative way, and it doesn't have to be that way. And sometimes I just need to remember to move through the world a little more calmly and not be so quick to react to things that might irritate or upset me. And the reason I say that is because the quickest way to wear me out is to be in emotionally stressful situation. So let's avoid that. Let's avoid, if that coworker is getting on your nerves, just walk away from them instead of saying something. If there's a family member who likes to get into arguments, then just deflect. Try to just tell them that they're right and hold on to your energy. So yeah, let's start to think about ways we can, even though we're tired, we do have some energy. And I appreciate that you are spending some of your energy here with me. And I want you to think of ways that you can hold on to that. Okay, so our next journaling prompt is going to be, what's something you're still showing up for, even if it's not perfect? And what keeps you coming back? So here, I'm going to put that in the chat. Okay, sure. Yeah, like what is something that you just keep plugging away at? You keep chipping away, you keep showing up, you keep doing the thing, you keep practicing, you keep making mistakes, but the main thing is that you are there. What brings you back? So I am going to go ahead and put that in the chat. So now that's up at the top. Beautiful. So I'm going to give us, yes, I will continue to give us 5 minutes to think about that, reflect and write. And just go ahead and write the first things that come to your mind. We're not trying to be grammatically correct or perfect or make some sort of, this is not a Stephen King novel or anything like that. We are just trying to get our thoughts and our feelings about the prompt on paper. That's all we're doing. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give us another 5 minutes. And I'm so happy that you all are here with me today. So I'll go ahead and let us write. All right, that is our 5 minutes for that journaling prompt. Yeah, so what is something you're still showing up for? What is something that probably you're very passionate about that you keep showing up for? You keep getting knocked down, you keep getting back up, that is, maybe not perfect, maybe not something that is always something that you're proud of. You might feel a little cringe, a little embarrassment. What is something that keeps you coming back? And why do you keep coming back? So that was our second prompt. All right. So our third prompt, we are going to think about rest. Think about when it is time to actually get your little face on that pillow. I'm a stomach sleeper, so for me, it is my face smushed up like that on the pillow. And when it is time to push through and keep going despite the fact that you're tired. So I'm not gonna lie and say, yeah, sometimes you just have to do that. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. So, what signs does your body or brain give you? Do you do you start fires in your house? Do you maybe do you forget things? Oh, after I took my shower today and I was getting ready, I was putting on my makeup. I had my glasses like that. I am blind. I'm so blind without my glasses. And so I put on my little makeup and then I spent several minutes looking around for my glasses because usually I take them off and put them on the counter, and I did not do that. They were right here, and so that kind of thing. Like, how does your body let you know that you are tired? How does your mind let you know? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that as our journaling prompt. Okay, and I'll read it one more time. How How do you know when it's time to rest versus when it's time to push through? And what signs does your body or brain give you? Hmm. And we'll put another, I almost forgot to set the timer. No. All right, let's do another 5 minutes and commence. Our models are off models without journaling prompt. Yes. How did that feel? How do you know when it's time to rest, when it's time to really prioritize getting a good night's sleep, and when it's time to push through even if you're tired? What signs does your body or brain give you when you're feeling that tired and you're feeling that either tiredness or you're feeling still a little bit of energy to push forward? So yeah, when there's so many signs for me when I'm tired, when I lose things, when I feel maybe more focused, or excuse me, more more scattered, more just out of sorts, more unable to focus than I normally do. I have a baseline of always just kind of feeling scattered, but when I'm very tired, it jumps up. So also when I feel cranky at just the smallest things that someone says to me, and I just feel irritable, that those are signs that I am probably very tired. So I need to start to think about how I can get more rest. And but I do feel it's time to push through when there's a situation where I want to keep my word. If there's a situation where I know that future Alicia, my future self, if I know that she would be disappointed or regretful if I missed out on whatever the thing is and took a nap. So there's situations like that where it's like, okay, I just have to, get my coffee and tough it out. So yeah, you have to decide for yourself what that is. All right, and oops, hope I didn't hit my mic. And okay, all right. And see, this is nice. I'm on the YouTube. I can go overtime if I want to. Um, all right, all right, all right. I'm going to give us one more official prompt, and then I will give us a little bonus prompt at the end that you can ponder on your own. So, all right. So this is our last official prompt, which is okay. And I'll pin it up here. Our last official prompt is, what do you need to hear from yourself right now in the middle of this week? And I want you to write a short pep talk or affirmation, a little a little cheer for yourself, a song. I'm not judging, whatever works for you, a poem. But yes, what do you need to hear from yourself right now in the middle of this week? Today is Wednesday. We're kind of mid morning. If you work during the week, then it's probably Friday afternoon is seeming so far away for you. So what do you need to hear from yourself in order to get yourself through the rest of the week? We're all pulling for each other. Yes. Okay. So write yourself a short pep talk or affirmation. And I will give us another 5 minutes and then stay tuned. I'll have a bonus prompt for you to do on your own. All right, a few more seconds. Ah, all right. Yes, I hope you wrote something really magical to help you get through the rest of this week. I know you can do it. And yes, this is only a few steps away from the end of the week. We can make it. So yeah, I wrote for myself that I am a fighter, I am a creative person, and I will solve problems in unique and challenging ways, or challenging, unique ways, creative ways, maybe challenging as well. I don't know. So yes, I hope that you have found out what your strengths are and how you can get through the rest of this week. Okay, I am running short on time here. I want to give us our last little bonus journaling prompt. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope that you will join me again for future live streams. They'll be a little they'll be a little bit more I don't know, techie. Next time I'll have the timer on the screen and all of the things that I should have as a journaling coach. And I just hope that you will join me in it'll be 2 weeks when I'll have my next journaling session here. And yes, I hope you also join me Sundays on YouTube as well. I do Sunday live streams setting up my bullet journal, my other journal, and you can join me for that. I will also give you some journaling prompts on that day, but visually, you'll see me setting up my journal, getting ready for the week. Anyway, all right. Last journaling prompt is where in your life, where in your life do you need a timer with a loud ding? And where in your life do you need to set it and forget it? So, thinking back to my coffee maker or lack thereof today, where in your life can you automate tasks? Where in your life can you maybe delegate certain things to other people so that it takes some of the mental load off of you? And where in your life do you need reminders or timers or something to poke you and get you to do whatever you need to do? So I want you to think about that on your own. I'm sending you a hug. I'm just congratulating you on getting you, or you getting yourself rather, through this middle of the week and onto the end of the week. And I hope to see you again in a future live stream or journaling session. And I thank you and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye. Bye.